So if you have steering wheel controls, this is a 2017 2500 HD, and they look like this. Wish I'd have known you can just replace the rubber. I don't know if I've ever seen them advertised, but it's got to be cheaper. It's not any easier, but it's got to be cheaper. I've done half of it already. Then after I realized I couldn't find hardly any videos, that maybe I'd show you what I did. So this is where it went. Obviously this is behind the steering wheel. It pries up at the bottom, but don't try and pry the top. There is a screw inside here. Sorry, big storm's coming and it's getting dark. There's a screw inside there. Now the controls on the back of the steering wheel, they just popped out. They come out real easy, but there is a screw that mounts in the back of this that holds all this in. Here's the new one. Make sure if you order these, some come with the steering wheel heater and the collision control. You got to make sure what your vehicle has, because you can get them with or without either one of these or one of these. Same on the other side. You got to make sure you have all your options. I'll provide links below to get you started, show you where I got mine. Basically, it's going to mount in here. Oh, and one thing I almost learned the hard way, make sure you get your year right, because some steering wheels, this is round. Some it comes to a point. They're not all the same. They'll look the same except for the ends here. But basically, that goes down in there. And then there's 3 torque screws. That hold it in. This is the plug that goes in it. There's the torques that are back in. And then I did disconnect one here. I'll show you in a minute how I got the airbag out. There are a lot of videos that show that, but you can see the holes here. And then there's one on the other side. Just a flat blade screwdriver. Battery's been off on the vehicle all day. And basically, you're trying to get it. You poke it through the hole, compress both these springs, and it latches right there. Popped right out, disconnected it. Always remember, yellow's airbag. Don't make a mistake and ever hit that with 12 volts. Even if it doesn't pop the airbag, it makes the truck think the airbag's blown, and it'll blow the module that's deep down in the console under there, and there's no fixing it. Got to get a new one. Then you got to have a dealer put the VIN back in it, or you'll have an airbag warning. Don't ask me how I know. So on this one, I can get in right under here. So it just popped out. And then torque screwdriver. There's the new one snapped in. There's the screw, the Torx. It's going to go in that post right there. Hold everything down. Peg that goes in there. That's just all that popped that out. Again, apologize for the darkness. I didn't. Alright, there they are back in. Gotta clean the steering wheel now. This wire Make sure you get it behind those tabs. Get everything plugged in. There's a little module here that slides. Just make sure it's back there. You don't want anything that's going to interfere with this airbag. Everything looks good. We'll plug the airbag back in and we'll snap it in. See what happens. So it only goes in one way, and then this little orange tab snaps back down to lock it in place. It's in there. And then basically just put it back on. Line it up. There we go. Now we'll power up and we'll test everything out.